The doors to the Viridian tea house are open once more. Hello everyone, happy after Christmas. In Colorado here, well in Denver, we got hit with snow the other day and then yesterday, and it cleared off. And then this morning we woke up to more snow that it's clearing off. And then I don't think there's any more snow in our forecast for quite some time, but it is cold, but we are nice and snug as a bug in a rug. And I thought, today's Tuesday, do a Viridian Tea House video. So I have quite a lot to talk about today. So if you're ready, then let's do this. So all three books, let me just say, received 5 pots of tea from Viridian Tea House. 5 pots of tea, all 3 books. Getting that out of the way. And there's reasons for each one why they received 5 pots of tea. So the first one is written by a woman who, she's one of those few authors that she can write her own version of the phone book and I will buy it immediately. Like I wouldn't even ask questions. The first time I got to know her work was through a novel called Surreptitiously Yours. And then from there, I read, let's see, the repertoire, and all the photography was done by her. And this is Kristen Fouquet of New Orleans. Let's see, Surrendered Stories with Photographs. Also Rampart and Toulouse. You can tell I have all of her books. 20 Stories, and also The Olive Stain. I think I have all of her work. I think so. So imagine my lovely surprise when she posted that she has a new book, a novelette coming out called Fleur Royale. And of course, anytime I buy her books, I devour them and then I'm telling everybody about them. So if you are not familiar with Kristen Fouquet's work, she's phenomenal. Not only is she a highly talented photographer, especially dealing with New Orleans and cats, but she's also one hell of a writer. And she reminds me, I've called her the Dorothy Parker of our world today. She is so, I've read so many different books about New Orleans, fiction, nonfiction, whatever, and everybody has their own viewpoint. I mean, hell, I got a couple of books out that deal with New Orleans, one coming out next year. But her spin on New Orleans, I always love. It's romantic, it's gothic, it's artistic, it's foreboding, it's inviting, it's vulnerable, it's beautiful, and it's destructive. That is Kristen Fouquet's version of New Orleans, and Fleur Royale was a part of that. So let me read the back of it for you. And like I said, all the photographs, as far as I know, all the book cover photographs are done by Kristen herself. Like I said, she's amazingly talented. For nearly a decade, siblings Virginie and Raphael Baron have enjoyed the success of Fleur Royale Boutique, the most prestigious ladies' dress and hat shop in the French Quarter of New Orleans. When a new love interest threatens the balance of work and family, brother and sister must face their secretive past. The novelette Fleur Royale explores the dangers of delusion and the lengths taken to protect love. So on Goodreads, I gave it 4 stars, and I was like, this is yet another wonderful work. But then I thought about it, and it had a chance to marinate in my brain, and I thought, no, it's a 5, because the only reason why I gave it a 4 was because I really wish it could have been a little bit longer. That was my only complaint, if even a complaint. But I love the story. I love Virginie and Raphael, and just, is that right? Raphael, yes. But I loved the brother and sister love-hate relationship. I love how this outsider comes in and slowly destroys the fabric between not only brother and sister, but of the store and the shop assistants, all of it. Comes really close, but no cigar. But I really, really enjoyed the story. And like I said, for those of you who are not familiar with her work, but you are interested in something Southern Gothic-esque that deals with La Nouvelle Orleans, you need to pick up Fleur Royale a novelette by Kristen Fouquet. She actually does have an Etsy store, and as far as I remember, all of her books are listed in the shop. I will post the link on the YouTube video once this has been uploaded, so you too can purchase all of her books like I have. And Kristen, if you're watching, merci beaucoup for your novelette. I truly, truly enjoyed it. You never disappoint. You never, I just adore your work. I really do adore your work. And if you ever find yourself out in Colorado, please let me know, because I would love to see your take on Colorado and out here in the Mountain West. So once again, Fleur Royale by Kristen Fouquet, 5 pots of tea. 5 pots of tea. But many thanks, Kristen. Many thanks. Right, so the next book is written by a, a gentleman that I consider to be a friend now. He's a new friend, but I reached out to him some time ago regarding his books and regarding the fact that he plays the violin. As you know, I love to play the violin, my lovely Frederica. And from there, we emailed each other back and forth. We did a FaceTime, and so far, I just finished book 4 of his murder mystery series, but every single one I keep saying, no, this is my favorite. No, wait, this is my favorite. No, wait, this is my favorite. Number 4, Death and Transfiguration, which is a Daniel Jacobus mystery by Gerald Elias. This is my favorite now. So let me just read the dust jacket for you. For 40 years, Václav Herza, the last of a dying breed of great but tyrannical conductors, has been music director of Harmonium, the world-famous touring orchestra created for him in 1956 when he fled Czechoslovakia for America during political upheaval in Eastern Europe. The opening of a dramatic new concert hall designed by Herza himself is held hostage as a critical bargaining chip at the 11th hour of intense contract negotiations between the orchestra's musicians and management. Simultaneously, the fate of violinist Scheherazade, I hope I said that right, Sherry O'Brien, poised to win the cutthroat audition for concertmaster of Harmonium, is held in the balance by the despotic Herza. When the internal strife reaches an explosive critical mass, blind, cantankerous violin teacher Daniel Jacobus investigates Herza's dark past not only in Prague, but in Tokyo and New York. With the help of his old friends Nathaniel Williams, Max Furukawa, and Martin Lilburn, Jacobus seeks not only revenge, but redemption from the guilt of his own past. And for those of you who don't know about Gerald Elias, he is the author of the acclaimed Daniel Jacobus mystery series. Devil's Trill was selected by Barnes & Noble for their 2009 Discover Great New Writers catalog. In 2010, Danse Macabre was hailed as one of the top 5 mysteries by Library Journal and selected as Book of the Year in Fiction by the Utah Humanities Council. Death and the Maiden received glowing reviews from Publishers Weekly and Kirkus Reviews. Elias, a Yale University graduate, has also been a Boston Symphony violinist, associate concertmaster of the Utah Symphony, adjunct professor of music at the University of Utah, first violinist at the Abramyan String, I hope I said that correctly, string quartet, and music director of the Vivaldi Candlelight Concert Series. So I'm just going to be honest, when I started reading this book, I actually put it to the side because my mind was going in another direction, and that lasted for about several books. But then when I got back to it, I was like, okay, I'm missing something. Is it not? I'm not feeling it. I'm not really sure. And then all of a sudden, everything gelled, came together, threw me down this dark rabbit hole that did not lead me to Wonderland, but something far more sinister. And all I could say was, I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm ready for the next book. I am so ready for it. In fact, I have it saved on my Amazon wish list, but I do want to try and find it at an indie bookstore. But this book has twists and turns, a big plot reveal that Daniel Jacobus reveals to the audience, and it kind of makes sense for the character he is, but so much backstabbing, so much intrigue. You know, it's funny, like when I've been to an orchestra's rehearsal time, and it's really cool to kind of see all of the musicians come together and they're talking and whatever, and then this beautiful music is the end result. Well, this, yes, you get to see all the shiny, but behind it all is, like I said, backstabbing and who's sleeping with who, and the insults, and you know, the misogynistic, derogatory terms, all of it. So much chaos creates so much beautiful music, and adding this in a mystery novel, I couldn't get enough of it. I mean, I was flying through the pages. And if you're watching this, Mr. Elias, like I said, with every book, I'm like, I love it. No, I really love it. No, I really love it. This one is my favorite so far. And I know with the 5th book, I'm probably going to say that as well. But Death and Transfiguration is one hell of a mystery. It really, really is. The ending threw me, and I read it twice, and I was like, wait, I don't, that's justified. that's justified. So loved it very much. Thank you so much, and I cannot wait to read the next book in the series. Thank you. And for all of you out there who are into classical music, or you're a violinist yourself, you really need to check out this series. The Devil's Trill is the first one, and actually my hardback copy behind the screen is a signed first edition. So I'm like, I'm never letting go of this book. Never, never at all. So many thanks for Death and Transfiguration. This was fantastically just written, and just loved it. And I'm going to stop gushing now. So the final book is one that I have wanted to read ever since I heard about it through Instagram, and I was like, oh my God, I have to read this. This is right up my alley. So I visited a lot of art museums. I love going through art museums, and I try to pick up on different things about the artists and the exhibition that's currently there and all of that. And no two art museums are the same, of course. But with this book, this makes me want to go to all of the art museums I've ever been to and really pay attention. What am I talking about? Museum bums. A cheeky look at, I can't read the rest of it, but anyway, museum bums. It's all about the butts and the art museums and of art. So let me read the back of it for you. What do Hieronymus Bosch, the Roman cult of Antinous, and the peach emoji all have in common? Butts, of course. Based on the eponymous viral Twitter account and divided into 6 categories of keisters, Museum Bums takes you on a whirlwind tour of the finest rear ends in museums around the world. Heritage scholars and art educators Mark Small and Jack Shoulder pair illuminating social commentary, historical content, and lively captions with over 150 depictions of tasteful and sometimes cheeky, wink wink, bums in art. From an angel slyly copping a feel in a 16th century triptych, to a 25,000-year-old bodacious Venus, to Cézanne's dreamy bootyful bathers, this assortment of artistic behinds is both a celebration and study of the bounty of beautiful bums and their everlasting impressions. And this is so true. It's not just about the art. It's social commentary. It's history. It's all of it, but from a bottom point of view. And let's see if I can show some of these beautiful bums. Let's see. What was one of my favorite? Let's see. Where's a really good one? Oh, well, yeah, this is Hieronymus Bosch's work. some of the bums that you'll find. And I think it's Garden of Earthly Delights. I think that's the piece. And what's another good one? Oh, we gotta have the bums. What was another one that I really liked? Oh, of course, the infamous David, as you can see. And there was one. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, let's see here. Let's see, Gods and Monsters. Maybe this is it. Talk amongst yourselves as I look up this particular butt. Let's see. Well, of course I can't find it. I should have marked my spot in here. Let's see. But yes, this book it's a great book for someone who's an art lover. It's a good book for someone who is into cheeky kind of humor, social commentary, just all of it. I mean, if you're looking for a present to get someone who is kind of hard to buy for, or someone who's really particular, but specifically if they're into art, you can't go wrong with this book. Museum Bums is the way to go. Well, now where is it? Well, of course, oh yeah, here we go. The one about, yeah, this is called Devilishly Handsome. Would you like to hear a story about the devil having too beautiful a bum for Liege Cathedral? Liege, excuse me. Imagine you're Joseph Jeeves, a sculptor in 19th century Belgium. You're known for sculpting gorgeous young men. The cathedral commissions you to sculpt Lucifer as part of the stone pulpit. You diligently carve and proudly present your finished Lucifer, which I'll show you. The officials blush and titter. They have confusing feelings in the pits of their bellies, and you can practically see the love hearts in their eyes. Uh-oh. You've made Lucifer too pretty. The devil will definitely divert the attention of the congregation from the ponderous pontification of the long, dull sermons. And what's more, the clergy can't even see him from where they're standing on the pulpit. And I have to admit, this is probably my favorite bum in the entire book. I was like, you know, I think he made him too pretty. He's too pretty. And check out that butt. But yes, Museum Bums is... It's a great combination of different subjects, all focal point on the butt, but there's so much more. I mean, yeah, once you get over the humor and all of that, it's really a great book. So many thanks to the folks who created Museum Bums. And like I said, I really just want to go to all the art museums I've ever visited and just point out the butts. I really do. So many, many thanks for Museum Bums. Thank you so much. Right, so that's enough of the books. So let's get to the tea. So today's tea, I actually showed it on Instagram because I bought it for my boyfriend for Christmas. It's Twining's Irish Breakfast. Get rid of the glare there. So the last time I had this particular Irish breakfast, I remembered that all the hair stood up on my head and I had so much energy. And so I thought, well, did I grossly exaggerate on this? So yesterday we made a cup and we're drinking it, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember the taste, it's really good. And then all of a sudden I started feeling my energy just kind of go like my battery was just being charged as I was watching it. And I think so I'm currently playing Guild Wars 2. I love the video game. Oh my God. And I noticed I was really intense in playing the video game yesterday. So a little bit about the Irish breakfast here. So our Irish breakfast tea pays tribute to the Irish, who are well known for their love of strong teas. This blend combines teas carefully selected from 4 distinct regions to give it added body, flavor, and strength. The bold taste originates from teas grown in the tropical climate of Assam, and the rich amber color from teas grown in the fertile Terra Rossa soil of Kenya. The hardiness from these regions is complemented by the softer and more subtle teas from other regions to yield a full-bodied tea with a smooth finish. So the notes on here, the Master Blender's notes, it's thick, malty, full body. Yes, it is. The color, bright coppery red. Strength is 4 leaves, like any more than that, and you're able to bend time. And steep time recommended for 4 minutes. Well, this tea bag's been sitting in the water for about 20 minutes now. So if I suddenly start talking like a chipmunk, it's because of the Irish breakfast tea. So from me to you, oops, as I'm already dropping my props, Twinings Irish breakfast. There's that malty taste, and it's, you know, surprisingly, like, I'm not a person that likes to add milk to my tea, but I would assume this is a good tea to add milk and some sugar. I didn't add anything to this tea because I really wanted to enjoy the different flavors, and oh yeah, this is quite heavenly. This is definitely the kind of tea that if you need a boost in the morning and to carry you throughout most of the day, this is not going to drop you like coffee, because I always say with the caffeine, coffee does this, but tea kind of does this. And maybe, but then you're like, okay, feeling it again. This tea will give you the strength and the pep for quite some time in your day. But yes, Irish Breakfast by Twinings is absolutely heavenly. So with that, let's try and do a meditation as I'm drinking Irish breakfast. But make sure that you have a glass of water or a cup of your favorite tea with you. Find yourself in a comfortable position and make sure you're not going to be disturbed. We're just going to focus on our breathing as always. So if you're ready, let's do this. And now let's end this short breathing meditation with a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Slowly open your eyes or allow your eyes to come back into focus. And now let's have a sip of your tea or water. Oh, that's really good. That is just, and it's perfect for a snowy day like today. Quite lovely. So that's all the time I have for today. Many thanks to Twinings for their impeccable, delicious teas. Many thanks. Also thanks to Mark Small and Jack Shoulder for museum bumps. I'll just pat it. There you go. And also Gerald Elias for his latest Daniel Jacobus book, Death and Transfiguration. And which, by the way, a little side note, so all of the books in the Jacobus series, they're named after pieces, classical music pieces. So yes, Death and Transfiguration was written by, I think, Richard Strauss. I think that's correct. And finally, to the wonderfully talented Kristen Fouquet for her novelette, Fleur Royale, and all of her other books that you can purchase on Etsy, and to y'all for watching this video and watch me be an idiot, but having a lot of fun doing it too. I never get tired of doing this. So many thanks for watching these videos, and if you like what you see, please give it a thumbs up or tell your friends, hey, there's some crazy chick in Colorado who reviews books, talks about tea, and meditates. I don't know, whatever. So many thanks to y'all so much. So always take care of yourself and each other. Raise your teacup high, and remember that to drink tea is to enjoy life. I will see y'all really soon. Bye for now.